This is Winter Gardening Update number 6. I transplanted 3 lettuce plants into this pot, and I didn't have room for it under any of my grow lights, so I'm just putting it here by the door. And since our days are getting longer, and since lettuce doesn't need a lot of light, I'm hoping that it'll do okay here. And the same thing with the purple basil that I repotted. Here on the tomato plant, you can see, I think, about 5 or 6 different tomatoes, and there's probably at least 8 on that side of that plant. And on the other side down here, you can see it's blooming there too, so I'm anticipating getting some good production off of that plant. And I did harvest all the ripe tomatoes off the other plant, but even though they're determined and are supposed to produce all their fruit at one time, I've read that they will sometimes produce a second crop, and that one's blooming again, so I'm optimistic that I'll get a few more tomatoes off of it as well. And my lettuce is still doing okay. I've been able to get enough for at least 3 salads and for to add to some sandwiches, so I'm pretty happy with that. And in the back here, my green onions got so large that they wouldn't fit under the grow lights under my stand, so I had to move them down here. And they're still a little thin, but it looks like they're getting close to the point where I can actually harvest them. And I have a that would be a pepper plant in the back there, and also still some basil up here, although I was able to harvest enough basil to make some really good pesto. Down here in the front, I have some radishes. There's some lettuce in the back there that I don't have room to transplant, so I'll just have to use it probably pretty soon in a salad or something. Next to it, there's the dill that's doing really well. And next to that is some lettuce and spinach mixed that I'll probably also have to harvest because I don't have room to transplant it. And some more spinach over here. And in the front, I have some tomatoes that I'm germinating to put in my summer garden. Let them get a little leggy, so I'll have to try to fix that when I transplant them by planting them pretty deep. And the front here, I've got some radishes, and you probably can't see it, but a couple of them look like they're actually getting ready to harvest, so I'll be able to add them to a salad in the near future. And in the back there, I've got some carrots that are doing fine. In the front here, there's a pepper, another pepper that I need to transplant, and a spinach plant that I did transplant, and another spinach plant in the back there. And I did put one spinach plant in my cold frame outside. I think it's probably too cold, but I was kind of running out of space, so I just decided I'd stick it out there and see what happened. And over here I've got 3 more pepper plants that I've transplanted, and they're doing fine. And in the front here, I've read that if you do this to a carrot, it will actually regrow itself, and I don't think it's really worth doing on a regular basis, but I decided I'd give it a shot just to see what happened. And then finally over here, I've got some store-bought green onions that I've been able to harvest the tops and allow them to regrow. So that's my garden update for this week.